Hello everyone, Big Friendly Wargamer back with another 40k Imperium unboxing. Now, I got my latest set, which I was not expecting. I got on Christmas Eve, so today is Wednesday. It's the following week. So I'm kind of running behind, but I'm running behind with painting models anyway, because they're coming a lot quicker than I expected them to. So this batch is 15, 16, 17, 18. There's quite a lot of models in there as well, so I may start falling behind with some of this, but I'm going to do my best. It's not the end of the year yet, and I've nearly hit my painting target for the year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've done with the last batch of models, because I think I didn't complete them either, and show you what I'm working on, and then start the unboxing. So yeah, so this is a quick little update as to where I am with the painting and stuff. Now the warriors are finished, 10 Necron warriors. I can knock these out quite quick because I've painted so many of these now. They're quite easy, quick and easy models for me to paint. So that's 10 of them done. I've done the armoured container, the fuel drums and the ammo crates. Got all of that done as well. I have base coated the Blood Angel intercessors, the assault intercessors, and I've just undercoated the librarian. So obviously I'm falling a little bit behind because I've got the next set and I haven't even built them yet, to be honest, but it was going to happen. I've got other commitments. It's been Christmas as well, so I haven't had a lot of painting time, but yeah, it's coming on quite nicely. At some point I'll get the whole lot out and I'll show you what I've actually painted of the set so far. But now to unboxing the models. Right, so we're starting with issue 15. Now these are the Necron flayed ones. Put the magazine to the side for now. Just show you the sprue. Now these are quite a sought after set, because the models are actually like, this is exactly what you get in the actual Necron flayed one set, and they're like 30 quid. Really small pieces. Apparently they are a nightmare to put together. I have 15 of these, but they're fine cast ones, so having another 5 will be quite good, makes a unit of 20. They do come on 28mm bases, which I won't be using. I'll be using a 25mm as usual. So yeah, that's the Necron warriors, Necron flayed ones, sorry. And onto the magazine. So as you can imagine, it's got flayed one on the cover. So you get 5 flayed ones. Telling you what the flayed ones are. They're cursed flesh eaters. Basically they hunger for blood and stuff like that, and which like they drink and it goes straight through their bodies because they can't sedate their thirst because they're robots. So again, letting you name them. The Imperium Sanctus, which is probably the light side of the Imperium, I think it is. Talking about the Sol system. The Empire of Ultramar. Going on talking about Space Marines and how the chapters are commanded. So I'll tell you about captains and commanders and everything like that. On to building the flayed ones. Now I expect this to be quite complicated, because yeah, again, lots of little pieces, 28mm bases, which I don't care about, which I won't be using. Quite complicated set. They're what is considered an advanced set, because of how delicate they are and small the pieces are. How to paint flayed ones, as they've been painting the Necrons the same way. Flayed ones are covered in flesh, so they'll have bits and pieces, because you haven't had any flesh paint yet, I don't believe. Mission is called Destroy the Plasma Site. So you've got the flayed ones, and it looks like 6 assault intercessors. So the Necrons are going to get absolutely annihilated, but there you go. And you got the Royal Warden and the plasma sight as well, telling you how the mission should go. And that's that. So that's issue 15. So issue 16 is a duplicate sprue of the assault intercessors. So this will give you the other 5 for the squad, so make it a squad of 10. Just show you the models. Now they are exactly as the previous set. Which come like 4 issues ago, I think it was. Or it was in the last batch anyway. So you still got the plasma pistol for the sergeant and the bear heads and stuff like that. It is exactly the same sprue, which is fine. They're nice models. So, and mine are going to be Blood Angels, obviously. And they come with their 32mm bases, which I've slung under the camera already. Because who needs to look at bases? And this is the magazine, issue 16. So straight into assault intercessors, telling you about them, painted in ultramarine colours, obviously, so you can name your other 5. And then talking about ranged weapons for the Necrons, so you got the Gauss Blaster, the Tesla Carbine, and the Synaptic Disintegrator. These are basic. These 2 are carried by Immortals, and this is carried by Death Marks, which are all the same kit, which will be coming quite soon, I think. So this is the other weapons. You got your Doomsday weapons, emetic weapons. I've not heard of that before. There you go. Death rays, and then you've got the teleportation weapons. This is basically the Necron's armory sort of thing. And then going on to talking about Chaos Space Marines. Now this is a faction you don't see a lot of in this. You did in the 40k Conquest, because the Death Guard are Chaos Space Marines. Talking about a little bit about the Horus Heresy. Straight on to how to build your assault intercessors, and obviously how to paint them up to the same stage as the previous lot. Again, mine are going to look a lot redder than these. Adding in some additional rules for moving up and down terrain and stuff like that. Fully doing the shoot phase, the charge phase, the fight phase. And the mission is destroy the Warden, which is the Royal Warden and Assault Intercessors by the look of it. But I think you've got some Necrons as well. Yeah, it looks like you've got Necron Warriors as well. So again, talking you through how the mission should go. And that's it. And that is issue 16. So issue 17 is another duplicate one. You've got another armor container. I believe the last set of this is in the next batch of 4. It might be the batch after, I'm not sure. So you get the armor container in pieces, 3 drums and 4 ammo crates. Now this one, I'm going to paint it while it's not built, and put all of the other bits and pieces inside and leave the doors open. So I'll put that to one side for now. Again, you've got another one of these little spacer things for the folders, talking about the Awakening Empire of the Necrons. Quite nice fold out bits. And then on to issue 17. Let me move that sprue out of the way a bit. Yeah. So straight into talking about Ultramarines, injuries and grudges. Now obviously as Space Marines, because they are essentially eternal, as they go through wars they gain injuries and stuff like that, and I believe you can add wounds and different abilities to your characters. So you can take hero injuries and losses and stuff like that. Then on to talking about the outcasts. So these are basically the Necrons that aren't looked on as being part of the dynasties. They're the hangers-on, the outcasts, basically. So you got the flayed ones, which you saw in the previous issues, Scorpic Destroyers, which we've seen before as well, the Lockhurst Destroyer, and then you got other types of destroyers. So you got the Hexmark Destroyer and the Ophidian Destroyer, I believe it's called. Now I don't know if I get one of these, but I believe we get some of these in this set. I've got one. I've got a Hexmark Destroyer already. I'm not painted, but it might get there at some point. Talking about Worlds of the Imperium, the Realm of Mankind, the Hive Worlds, the Feudal Worlds, and the Feral Worlds, the different types of planets they have. Again, how to build the armoured container, and this is a repeat of a few issues ago. Painting it, they've painted it exactly the same way, I believe. No, they've painted it slightly differently. They've painted it in different colours, which is fine. I kind of got an idea what colours I'm going to paint mine, so I'm not following their stuff. But they're showing you how to dry brush and put some damage and stuff on it now as well, which is great. So a nice pink armoured container. So the mission is called Secure the Drop Site. So you've got flayed ones in reserve, I believe. You've got Necron Warriors, and you've got Librarian. Yeah, which we've seen previously. Yeah, the Librarian in Phobos armour. So yeah, it looks like he's all by himself. That's not going to go well. As you can see in the missions, how it would progress and everything like that. And that is issue 17. And this is the final one for this set. This is issue 18. Now this has Technomancer Cryptek. This is the one with the like he's flying sort of thing. Now, let's get rid of the magazine and I'll show you the model. Now the model is, well, it's a 20 something pound model, I believe. So you're making quite a saving on this guy. And I do have one of these built, so what I'm most likely to do is put this in with the spares, and when it comes to actually building, I will just put my one in and get that painted. So yeah, so you got the Canoptic Cloak, it's a really big base, so that's a 32mm base, and this is the base the Cryptek comes on. Yeah, pretty big. But yeah, so like I said, I've got one of these, and I will be painting that one. And on to issue 18. So obviously talking about Cryptek straight away. So he's considered another commander class for Necrons. He basically is an advisor to the Lords and the Overlords, and he's kind of like a magician, but he uses technology. Battle record again, you're going to get this with most models now. Onto the tools of war, they're talking about power armor. So Space Marines wear power armor, even the Primera Space Marines wear power armor. You can get Terminator armor. You can get Tacticus armor, which is the current range. I thought it was called Indominus armor, but there you go. So they have actually named these. These that I knew weren't named before. I knew that was called Gravis armor. I knew that was called Phobos armor. I didn't know that was called Omnis armor, and I didn't know this was called Tacticus armor. But there you go. You learn something new, and that's what the magazines are for. Talking about Jukari, which are the original name of these were called Dark Elder, and they're basically they capture other races and use them as slaves. March of the Machines is going to talk about Necrons. It's actually not, it's about Mechanicum, I believe, and Necrons. So it's the different machine races in the galaxy. How to build your Technomancer. Now this is another it's more complicated than most kit. It's a step up from like the assault intercessors and stuff like that. And then onto how to paint him. We've painted a lot of bits white, but obviously I won't be painting it in stages like that because I've got all my paints and I know my paint scheme. Hunting the Technomancer, so the mission is a Necron Technomancer against the Primaris aggressors by the look of it, and a Lieutenant, and some more Necrons. Yeah. Again, so it looks like you got the Scorpic Destroyers and the Technomancer against the aggressors and the Lieutenant. Okay. So going through how the game would work, and so this is showing. So this is issue 18. So moving on, they're going to start developing a war zone. So you're going to get a new battle mat coming out, new models, new paints, and new scenery. Okay. And future look into what's in the next two issues, 19 and 20. Unfortunately, not of anything of great interest. You got another set of the containers, and you got two paints in issue 20, which is a shame. But I'm assuming you're going to get a battle mat in there as well. But we'll see. But yeah, that's it. That is issue 18. So there you go. That's the latest 4 issues of 40k Imperium. Now, there's like 19 models in this lot, so it's quite model heavy, which is great because that's what we're buying the magazines for, really, aren't we? Whether I get all these painted is probably not likely because I've got stuff for Christmas which I want to paint as well. So we'll see. I'll probably get all the containers painted because I want to keep the terrain painted as I go, because I know I'm a nightmare for getting terrain, storing it in a box and never painting it. So getting that stuff painted will be great. And yeah, moving on from there. So like I said, the Technomancer, I'll take my one that I've got built already. The Intercessors, I'm already painted 5 from last batch. And the flayed ones, which are going to be really fiddly to build because I've got meat hooks for hands, really big hands. So it is what it is, and it's been quite a good set of 4 issues. So I'll see you probably in about another 4 weeks for another unboxing of it. 40k Imperium. They are keeping it to every 4 weeks, and they're being quite good with it. Even though I was told I would have delays, I haven't. So yeah. Please find links below in the description to my Instagram page and my Facebook page. I'll try and keep things up to date with what I'm painting, and yeah, with my magazines. So I will see you next time for another 40k Imperium unboxing. Meanwhile, Happy New Year. Bye bye.